One.
What it is?
God damn it.
Yeah. Let's get it.
Guys, we're back. Reluctantly. They tried to take us off air because we were just too good. We were destroying the competition.
Too good. It just wouldn't be fair, really.
But we're back for a second week.
A second?
Of course.
Just could not keep us down.
Yeah, they couldn't stop me.
Who gonna stop us?
That's a good question. Exactly nobody.
I mean, the ATF might try.
I don't have a dog. They can't shoot me.
Alright. Anyways. It's wheel spin time.
Yay!
Alright, who wants to go first?
The wheel wants to.
What the fuck was that sound?
Are you dumb? Oh, did you finally hear it?
I did hear that. Anyways, wheel spin, wheel spin. Hey, look, it's Tyler.
This is freaking rigged!
It's not. Remove. Alright. So Tyler, I'll put your, little pioche up there. And, boop. And, boop.
Why is it now Weiler? Are you
Weiler.
okay? Last time it was Tile, this time it's Yeller.
What are you talking about?
What you mean? Okay. What is that noise? What is that noise?
It's probably you getting pinged on Discord.
No, I'm not. Moving on.
Let's talk about it.
Okay. So I'm a bit of a JRPG fan. Let's just get that out of the way. But we're gonna start at not my first game, but an early one, a very early one.
Tyler's like
Spyro.
42.
I'm not 42. Go fake yourself. Spyro, Ripto's Rage.
Tyler looks like he should be dead.
You are freaking insufferable.
On a good day, we'll say 45.
Yeah.
Anyways, tell us what Spyro's about.
What do you mean? You're literally just a dragon. You go around getting
I'm not
gems.
35, so...
So it's like Crash Bandicoot,
Spyro's so much better than Crash Bandicoot. Frick you.
but it's the same thing. Just
It's
reskinned?
not. It's so not. Spyro's so much better.
I'm not gonna lie, I hate Crash Bandicoot.
Crash Bandicoot's awful.
I've never played a Crash Bandicoot game. I don't
You're
actually
better
know
for
what
it.
you do.
They're
You're
so
better
bad.
for it. Yeah.
You're just running in a straight line, pretty much.
So it's like Sonic,
It's so bad.
but the hedgehog is orange.
How many fandoms are we gonna freaking absolutely make furious today?
Well, I'm planning on hitting the HVAC fandom next.
Okay. Okay. Spyro, it's a goated game, and it was an early game for me. Specifically Ripto's Rage. The other ones are fine. They're fine. Then we have Bloodborne. Bloodborne is actually the game that got me to get a PlayStation 4. Which is wild considering I hadn't actually beaten a FromSoft game before that. So I don't know why I thought, Becky, we ball straight into Bloodborne. Considering the first time I played Dark Souls, I may have rage quit, sold it for more money than I bought it for. That is true. That is actually
That's called financial gain.
It is financial gain. I eventually went back and beat it though. After Bloodborne. Bloodborne's goated. Easy. We need a second. Please. Just need more freaking Lovecraftian horror. games in general. It's just so good. It was
Love the atmosphere.
the atmosphere, the enemies, the weapons, the fact that it went from Dark Souls, which was so slow and clunky and like methodical, to being like all of the aggression possible, like just 100% balls to the wall the entire game is insane. Freaking phenomenal game. Then we have Burnout 3, best Burnout, easy, hands down. Some people might say Paradise. Those people are wrong.
They are.
And they're stupid.
Agreed.
Burnout 3 is literally just where it's both where they found their stride and where they fell off, because nothing was ever the same after that either.
Yeah.
They made a fantastic game and then picked it all up.
I've never played it.
Really?
Never.
It's-
I don't
it's
play
just-
racing games.
I mean, I guess that's
I'm not
fair,
too
but
big
even
into
if you-
racism, some could say.
Even if you're not into racing, that game had Crash, and Crash was dope. But takedowns were where I was at. I used to just love just doing takedowns. That's it.
I did really enjoy Burnout 3.
It is such a good game. Persona 5, the Royal.
Very fall off.
Yeah, I played a lot of that. That was, what, 3 playthroughs? Each of them were over 100 hours. Yeah. Oh, I played it 4 times now.
Are you happy?
No. No, I'm not. That's literally like 500 plus hours of my life have been dedicated to that one game.
100 hours in Persona 5 is a speed run.
Well, yeah, like I said, every single playthrough was over 100 hours.
Yeah.
Persona 5 is a fun. It's such a good game. The style is amazing. The characters are amazing. Everything is almost flawless. It really is. Even if it's not, like, even if you hate JRPGs, it's still worth giving it a shot.
I'm the opposite.
Some people will love it, some people won't. I went into it completely blind. I actually did. I got Persona 5, and I had no idea about the Persona franchise in general. I just saw it was getting super high ratings and decided to try it out on a sale, and I do not regret it.
I think I
Then
played
we
like
have-
20 minutes of Persona 5 and then quit.
So all you did was literally get told by a cat to go to sleep.
Yes.
It is.
It's like the whole first hour is just walking around and talking to people.
Why is that fun?
It's not. That's why the first hour, the first playthrough, took me like freaking 7 days. And then it actually got into the gameplay, and then it was like, oh, hold on, wait a minute.
To play for at least.
You
an hour.
played over 100 hours of Persona 5 in 7 days?
No, I said the first hour took me like 7 days.
Oh.
The whole playthrough probably did not take me much longer than that, though. After that, though,
Wow.
once I locked in hard. I was consistently playing from the time I woke up until like 3 a.m.
Right.
It's not a joke. This is not an exaggeration.
No, I'm just thinking of the other things you could have been doing.
Oh, a lot.
Like,
lot.
you know, talking to women, maybe?
Okay, this is the gaming 3x3.
Yeah.
Not the man whore 3x3.
Bingo.
Hey,
Know your place, Dakota.
you guys need to stop bullying me. I'm the one who...
Do you hear that?
I'm the one who knocks.
I'm the video game boy. I'm the one who wins.
I hear the sound of you shutting the frick up.
No story.
Moving on to BioShock. BioShock was kind of an unexpected winner in my book. I was given it so it got given to me as a Christmas present by a family friend that I wasn't expecting a Christmas present from at all. Certainly not this. I was not into horror movies or the horror genre in general at all. So it was not expected, but I decided to give it a shot and fell in love with everything about it very, very fast. The atmosphere is amazing. The soundtrack's amazing. The designs are insane. The world building is amazing. It's just such a good game.
You know, BioShock actually predicted the future.
I have no response to that. Like, what? What are you talking about?
Epstein's Island. There's a lot of correlation there.
Where?
BioShock is a secret place.
It's first of all, it's Rapture.
Dude, imagine if the rapture happened while we were having a podcast.
Dude, the whole thing. So all of BioShock is based off of freaking Ayn Rand's Atlas Shrugged. That's the whole thing. It's Atlantis. Atlantis is Rapture. The smart and rich and powerful, like the important people.
And was Atlantis
that
not
make the
an
world work.
island that got shut down?
No, Atlantis wasn't under. It was just hidden up in the mountains. It was just called Atlantis.
Oh yeah?
Spoilers for like a 60, 70-year-old book.
Atlantis wasn't real.
Who's gonna argue with you on that? No one. I mean, like,
You'd be surprised.
moving on to the absolute freaking GOAT of the Final Fantasy franchise. Yes, the gameplay. Yes, the gameplay took a little bit of a hit. It was not the best system. The Drawn Junction system kind of sucks. But the story, the character design, everything is phenomenal. And it has, without a doubt, there is no arguing here, it has the singular greatest freaking in-game game ever. Triple Triad was, and still is to this day, amazing.
I think you put the wrong picture up.
I didn't. It's Final Fantasy VIII. Do
See,
you not count?
the weird thing is it should be Final Fantasy 13.
What are you talking about? 13 is the most linear freaking garbage pink girl cloud freaking trash.
And it's perfect.
It's in what way? In what way is it perfect?
Are you saying you don't like Final Fantasy 13?
It's fine. It's not special. It has pink girl cloud.
No Final Fantasy game is special.
I mean,
The first one was.
no, the first one was bad. The second one was bad. The third one was acceptable. 4 was good. 5 was good. 6 was really good. 7. 8 is the GOAT. 9 is divisive. Some people absolutely love it. Some people don't. It is, without a doubt, the last like actual fantasy that they did. 16 is kind of working its way back there, but it's too political for it to be actually like fantasy.
Let's get political for a minute.
Let's not get political for a second.
The only Final Fantasy games I could ever get into were 0 and 15.
Type 0 was... I don't know what to think of Type 0, because I played it a lot. It was
Those are the only
fun,
two I could do.
but it also, like... It fell into the same problem that Square was doing for a while there, and I guess they kind of still are a little bit, where you have to beat the game in order to actually, like, unlock the rest of the game.
Okay.
So you're not going to get the actual ending until you've beaten it at least twice. I have problems with that on long JRPGs like these.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. It is what it is, though.
I
Right.
just like the gameplay. It's hard for me to do how do I put it?
Turn-based.
Yes. I can do turn-based. I just can't do what Final Fantasy does. I don't know
Tyler,
why.
do you think Square Enix has ever made anything bad?
Oh yeah. Are you freaking kidding? Of course they have.
Give me an example.
An example of a bad Square Enix game: Infinite Undiscovery.
Good point.
It's like that game sucked.
Good point.
Yeah.
You know, they're the ones who animated Akame ga Kill.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah. They are.
That's so good.
I messaged them one time. I was like, why do you guys fucking suck? I didn't get a response.
What a shock. I mean, really.
Whenever-
Go ahead.
Whenever I bring this up, Tyler always kind of gives me crap, and I can never give him a response because I played Blue Dragon, loved Blue Dragon. I can't do a Final Fantasy game though.
See,
Love Blue Dragon, can't do a Final Fantasy game.
Blue Dragon had the potential to be a lot of fun. It was so freaking grindy. It was so grindy. Which is not to say that it's necessarily a bad thing. If you're really enjoying the world and like the way that the gameplay functions, then it's just a time sink, and that's, you're in what you're getting into.
Yeah.
That being said, that's actually such a good segue, you don't even realize. Because
Lost Odyssey
is the second Mistwalker Studios game, and I want to say they only made 2. I mean, they made a mobile game, but no one played it. It's been dead for years. Yeah, Lost Odyssey was the follow-up to Blue Dragon. Not a sequel, just the next one they did. And it is insane. For the time it came out, it was so far and away beyond anything else, especially what Square was doing at the time.
Is it like Dynasty Warriors?
No, it's literally just a Final Fantasy, just a better Final Fantasy, because it's actually, it's what's his name? It's Nobuo Uematsu, and I used to know his name, and this is really embarrassing as a Final Fantasy fan.
My name is Yoshikage Kira.
It is not Yoshikage Kira.
I will admit though,
Hironobu Sakaguchi, that's it.
Gucci.
I enjoyed watching Tyler play this game.
Lost Odyssey was so much fun. It really was.
I enjoy watching him play this game.
It was, and it was a long game.
So freaking long. 4 discs.
Yeah, 4 discs. That is like the last time that anyone ever did like multiple discs. Yeah, it was definitely a dying breed at that point.
Oh.
But it is a long game with a lot of plot and character development throughout. The gameplay's a blast, and it's more than just like standard turn-based combat. I mean, you can turn it into that because I think you can make your rings work automatically. But the ring system.
Pal.
Oh, shut up! I don't want to talk about Mac. We don't talk about Mac and Cook. All right.
Sorry, pal.
You or Tolton. Honestly, the mortals in that game freaking blow. The immortals are dope. The mortals are stupid. The only mortal that's okay is Sid, and I like him because he's an old man with a gun. Dude does not give a frick, and he's strong. Dude is strong. I will say, Jansen's storyline is dope. He ends up snagging Ming, which is that's a pull. That's a dub. Ming Namara, freaking absolute dub. What a pull. But I'm getting sidetracked.
Could you tell me the ethnicity of Ming?
I digress.
I don't know. She's an immortal. Like, I won't say why she's immortal, but she is an immortal. Which kind of would be her ethnicity. So there you go. Merry Christmas.
That does not satisfy my question. Anyways,
she has
why do you have Monkey
gigantic
Island on
balloons.
there?
What?
Pirates? What is that?
Sid Meier's.
You don't know
what
Pirates?
Pirates is?
No.
Oh, dude. I love
Sid
Pirates.
Meier's Pirates is such a freaking banger.
I never
It
really
is
understood it, but I played it so much.
You don't have to understand it. You just freaking get your ship and then you just go. And then
was
it's
so
like,
cool.
oh look, there's a ship that's carrying a lot of gold. Let's go frick it up.
Yeah,
and
it
then
was
you
a cool
do,
game.
and you get all the gold. And then you're like, the Spanish own this fort. Frick the Spanish. Frick them. And then you just go blow it up and you steal the fort and give it to somebody else. It's amazing.
It's older and better than Sea of Thieves.
So it's basically
so
just
good.
Assassin's Creed Black Flag.
Kinda.
It's so good. I don't even know how to explain it. It is such a good game.
I vibe with that game.
It's so good. So repetitive. So like there's nothing real. Yeah, there's nothing you're really trying to do, but you don't care.
You know how
You're a
young I
freaking
was when I
pirate and
played
doing
that?
stuff. I mean, what more?
I was too little to care. You think at that age I actually did story? No.
Dude, I did story and I didn't care. That game was amazing. Are you kidding? Yeah, Pirates is dope. Pirates is awesome.
We'll put that one on the list.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, frick yeah.
And then rounding it off, I had to go.
I forgot
And
we were gonna play these games.
how did you forget we played these?
No, that we were going to.
Oh, I did not know that.
I was going to bring it up at the end of the episode. But we are going to try and go through and eventually play all of the games on our lists.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That
Depending
way,
on their length, we can try to beat them too.
You guys should have said something.
I'm not playing Lost Odyssey. That game's too
I was like,
long.
I have like easily 1,000 hours worth of gaming on here.
yeah, no,
Lost
I'm not saying we're going to like beat all of them.
Okay.
We'll just like make an episode if people like, kind of like how the Grumps do it, you know, where it's like they do an episode of a new game, people like it, they do more, you know,
Yeah.
like that kind
Fair
of.
enough. But yeah, last one, Halo, especially CE. Like,
Mhm.
obviously, are there better ones? Yeah, but this is the one that I played handily the most.
CE is such a go-to game.
I've
I
played a
played
lot of
it.
CE.
I played
Oh.
it alone.
I remember just sideswiping Marines on the beach.
Yeah.
No,
What
you
have
just
I done?
you get the pistol at the beginning, and then you just take it to all of the freaking soldiers standing on the bridge.
Yeah.
Like me.
Dude. Freaking, when I originally played CE, hated the pistol. Never wanted the pistol. I wanted something else. All, little kid brain, go
Heaven
for a cool
forbid
gun.
you use the Magnum.
And then years later, I go back to the game. Pistol is so freaking good. I love the pistol so much. The Magnum in that game is goated.
I used
Yeah.
to run 2 missions in particular. I used to do Truth and Reconciliation a lot, and for whatever reason, I just like to use the plasma pistol on Truth and Reconciliation. I don't know why. I just remember I did that a lot. And I used to play the library.
The first introduction to the Flood.
Mm-hmm.
That's not the flood. That's not the introduction. You've already been dealing with them before that. That's 343 Guilty Spark.
No, I'm saying the first introduction to the Flood is easily the mission I played the most.
Oh,
Dude.
gotcha.
I love the storyline to CE.
I played that game when I was like 7.
When
Hey,
I first
same.
played that game,
Except
when I
it
first
was
played
new
this
then.
game, Flood terrified me as a little kid.
No, I remember getting to the first part where you like land on the like wooded planet and then you go into this bunker and you just see
Yep.
people getting ripped apart and just
It's so scary.
it was Pog.
It scared the crap out of me as a little kid. I used to
was
have
so
Halo was the first game, the first thing to ever give me night terrors. I got night terrors from Flood.
Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
Get that trauma in.
My mom says I used to wake up screaming.
I still do that.
You do that on purpose.
Yeah.
Really jumpstarts your day a little bit.
Sometimes I sleep outside the RA's door.
All right.
Sometimes I sleep outside.
All right, Tyler. We're gonna start with you saying your favorite, and then we'll go favorite and least favorite.
That's really hard actually, because this is a very much like this is a lot of where I spent my time.
Yeah. Never said it was gonna be easy.
Probably BioShock. Probably gonna be BioShock.
All right. Now, our favorite and least favorite. I think least favorite's an option. Is an obvious.
Persona 5.
Persona 5.
Persona 5's... I can't do it.
I can't either. I can go more into Final Fantasy 8 than I can Persona 5.
Yeah, because you got triple try. You just literally just run around Balaam Garden playing freaking triple triad with people.
Now, my favorite? It's hard to choose. But I'm probably gonna have to say Bloodborne. It's really hard to choose between Halo and Bloodborne, but I'm gonna say Bloodborne.
I mean, my least favorite, easy, Persona 5. I can't really choose from the games I haven't played. Pirates, Lost Odyssey, Burnout. I would honestly say that I'd probably say BioShock, honestly.
It's such a good game.
It is a very good game.
I love BioShock. I just played BioShock 2 more. I didn't ever get a chance to play BioShock 1 as much as I've played BioShock 2.
But Bloodborne would be a close second for me.
Yeah.
But I also played a lot of Halo CE.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the first game I got for 360.
I think that's from as far as my memory goes, that's one of the first games I played.
Yeah.
All right.
On the 360, of course.
Well, I guess it's time to spin that wheel. I gotta change the window real quick.
Wow. Spin the wheel.
Oops.
Wow.
E-Fan.
I'm next.
Remove.
Is it really necessary to spin the wheel again?
Yes.
Of course, you want to be chosen. I get it.
I am the chosen. Are you... Go ahead.
Alright. So, the first thing that came to my mind was Dark Souls, because not only was that the first Soulsborne game I played, that was the game that introduced me to Soulsborne, but I think it is the best of all the Soulsborne games, considering its DLC is infinitely superior than all the other ones.
What do you mean?
Bloodborne's DLC was amazing.
I like the Dark Souls 3. I haven't had a chance, so I haven't had a chance to do a lot of the Bloodborne DLC, so I'm not gonna
Ludwig gave me an aneurysm.
But I love
the Orphan DLC of Kos.
Bro, literally just dodge left.
No.
just
literally dodge left.
It's not though.
It's just dodge left, and you are fine.
You're wrong.
Orphan of Kos is not that bad.
Loved the DLC and all the secret bosses for Dark Souls 3, and all to get to one of the hardest bosses in the entire game, or the hardest boss in the entire game, you have to go through so many easy to miss secrets to even get to the right area. I think that's really cool.
Very easy to miss. It's super easy to miss Dark Eater Madeir.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was also talking about Nameless King, but they're both very easy to miss.
Oh, I'm pretty sure Madeira's harder.
Madeira is definitely harder. So many invisible freaking walls.
Yeah.
Moving on to Siege. I've played Siege so much. And I know that at least Dakota fell out of it pretty hard. But I still I love to play Siege still, even though Ubisoft has been freaking Ubisoft has been Ubisoft. Yes, I still love playing the game. There's so many games I've played, but it's got to be top 3 at least of most game played.
That's sad.
Shut up.
Just saying.
Just saying.
I don't know. I love this game. I hated it when it first came out. I sucked at it.
So did I.
I was too inexperienced with skilled games. I'm just gonna be completely honest. And I could not play the game. I sucked at it, and I gave up.
I would also like to point out the fact that Dakota was freaking really, really adamant about getting me to start playing Siege.
Dakota used to love Siege.
Yeah.
I did. And then that all changed. When the Fire Nation attacked.
Mm-hmm.
AKA Ubisoft being Ubisoft and destroying a game.
Yeah. Same case as Blizzard.
Oh,
and moving on.
Monetization update.
Moving on to Overwatch. I want to specify Overwatch 1.
Yeah.
Because Overwatch 2 is terrible and trash.
Give us back loot boxes. Can't believe I want them back, but I want them back.
Blizzard destroyed Overwatch, but back when Overwatch was, I don't know, I started playing Overwatch not too long after it came out. I mean,
Really?
I used to watch the Grumps play Game Grumps a little bit. I'm an idiot. They used to play Overwatch a little bit.
Like 2 episodes.
I was not interested because Aaron would only play as Mercy, and it was so boring.
He played as Pharah.
The parts that I remember, he only played as Mercy. I hated it when he played as Mercy.
Which is ironic considering you used to main farm.
Yeah, I still main Pharah. And I got introduced to the game, like actually playing it, by Tyler. He was playing it, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I was.
And, you know...
When I first started playing, I played Hanzo. Now I freaking hate Hanzo.
You played Soldier.
At the start, I tried playing Hanzo because I wanted to play the freaking stupid bow in the freaking gun game.
Sharpshooter.
Hey, don't diss on sharpshooters.
I love
Big sharpshooters.
I main Widow.
Yeah,
And they...
that's so dumb.
What do you mean?
It's just dumb.
It's not dumb.
You understand how good I was at Widow?
It was weird. I don't know
great.
why you were okay.
Okay is not the right word. I would say I was one of the best.
And then, Tyler, you kind of stopped playing it, and then I just took the disc, and I played it.
I fucking stole it from you.
Yeah.
Not the first time, probably the last.
And I played it non-stop. That was my game. I would play it all the time.
He was a freaking Reaper main for a long time.
I was the Reaper main. Loved Reaper.
Well, it's okay, Ethan. You're going to inherit all of Tyler's stuff. He's not going to be here much longer.
Having my stuff burned.
Include me in your will, please.
Tyler, do I get to be your best man at the wedding? Actually, not best man, just one of the groomsmen.
You could probably be up there.
So when's the wedding?
I felt it was funnier to not say anything.
Anyways,
Moving on.
Yeah.
Star Wars.
Well, hold on. I have something to say about Overwatch.
Oh, it's good. Be my guest.
I put off playing Overwatch for so long because all I ever saw was Overwatch like comp that they would like run on Disney XD for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
Like they would just rerun like Pro League matches,
Yep.
and I was like,
League.
why do people think that's fun? That looks
I love
horrible.
watching Pro League.
And then I think I think Ethan convinced me to just try it. And then I was like, so you're telling me I just have to be a guy with a giant hammer and a shield and just tank?
Yeah.
I was like, sounds good.
I forgot you used to play Buff Genji all the time.
I was almost exclusively a tank.
Oh, I more than anything I think more than anything in all of these games, if they could return to their peak, it would be Overwatch. Back over to Overwatch 1.
Okay. No, I'll save that for the end.
I know. I love Siege.
I was not going to say Siege.
I
think there's two others on this list that he would have put above that.
Halo Reach.
I think it's still pretty peak. You can still play it on 3.
No,
you can play it.
But peak original Halo Reach
That's
Peak
fair.
Reach
Peak
was
Reach
was a peak.
so good.
Peak Reach was it was all of Halo.
I don't know how much I played freaking SWAT.
Exactly.
But it was too much.
Yeah.
It was too much.
Well, we'll get there.
Yep.
Down to Star Wars, the complete saga, on the Wii.
It's just a goated game.
Loved this game.
It's one of the best
That's
games
a
of
good
all
game.
time.
I
The
played
fact
this
that
game all
the
the
freaking
time.
motion controls were as precise as they were was not fair.
No.
It's not okay.
I loved that game. I played it all the time. I freaking my favorite characters to play were always freaking Boba Fett and Jango Fett.
You weren't even using the lightsabers.
No.
What the frick is wrong with you?
I loved playing as Boba Fett and Jango Fett.
Yeah.
Don't judge me, Tyler.
Yeah, whatever. Everyone's free to play their games however they want, even if they play them wrong.
Dude, whatever comes your dick, like.
What?
But I Star Wars is definitely on here because I think out of all of these, it was the first. No, I know that out of all of these, it was the first game I played, and I don't know. It just made me fall in love with just games in general.
With Lego Princess Leia.
That's
That was the first game I ever 100%ed.
that was the game that really locked in how straight I was.
Was it the Stormtrooper in the hot tub?
Dude, you know, it was the stormtrooper in the hot tub.
Hey, yeah, baby.
All I can think of is freaking Yoda dying.
Moving on to Tomb Raider.
You can tell that Ethan is an Xbox kid, considering it's Tomb Raider instead of Uncharted.
I didn't play Uncharted until
I-
way later, which
I won't
validates
give
your
you crap
point.
though. Tomb Raider, like that one, is actually very good.
Yeah, I played Tomb Raider. I don't know particularly when, but you played it first.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was cool, so I played it, loved it. It was difficult for me to figure out because it was like the first game I actually had to like think about things.
Yeah, then you're parachuting and oh look, I've been impaled.
Oh my gosh.
She
Yeah. And
dies. poorly.
Isn't that through the bottom of your mouth, up through your head?
No, I think that's in the river. I think getting impaled by the tree is just like straight shot to the chest.
Oh, okay. But this was the first game that I ever beat on the hardest difficulty that they offered. I beat this game like 3 times in a row. I loved it so much. And it just kind of was the first game. I'm gonna say this is the first game I like truly dedicated like a lot of my time to try to like beat in every way I could. Titanfall 1.
Why Titanfall 1?
Because I didn't really get to play Titanfall 2 all that much. I played Titanfall 1 a lot, though. Titanfall 1, I don't know when I got it, but I played... Did I get it from you?
It's a hand-me-down.
I don't care what it was.
Yeah.
I wasn't very old.
No.
Titanfall...
I bought it in Idaho.
Yeah. I played Titanfall a lot as well. Titanfall 1, if I remember correctly, had a level cap, didn't it?
Prestige.
Okay, so I got to the first Prestige. I didn't really know how Prestige worked at the time, but I unlocked everything. I loved playing the game. I thought it was super cool. You know, it was my introduction to mechas, pretty much.
Cringe.
I loved it. I loved Titanfall.
I love the Titanfall games.
How did you get introduced to mecha through Titanfall and not freaking Gundam?
At least it's not Gundam Seed.
Well, Gundam Seed.
Because it's fucking terrible.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think I watched Seed.
I would hope not.
I also don't watch
Gundam.
Gundam Wing. The only one I've watched was Iron Blooded Orphans, and that was a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, Titanfall. That is another game I made sure to unlock everything, and I believe that game really locked in my enjoyment of multiplayer games.
That's fair.
I love multiplayer games. I never played any real multiplayer on any Call of Duty game like a lot of kids do. But Titanfall.
When it came out, there was nothing quite like the hype of actually calling in a Titan.
Dude, it was so cool.
You'd call in your Titan and then you'd immediately get demapped. It freaking sucked, but it was super hype. You're always like, yeah, let's go.
You're the freaking big man in the entire game. It is so cool.
And then everyone's like, kill.
Yeah. And even having executions for Titans, I loved it. I loved every bit of it. Modern Warfare 2, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. I played this game a lot. I played the campaign a lot. Loved the campaign. I would choose missions that I enjoyed more than others. My mom thinks I'm crazy because I did the airport mission a lot.
That's not something you should say.
I did.
You don't have to admit that. I wouldn't admit that.
No
what?
Russian. Fine.
No Russian, yeah. Don't know what part of it.
Dude, I used to play soldier. I know all about a target-rich environment.
Shut up. But I played this game a lot. I loved the what do you call it? Those different modes. I don't know what they're called.
The waves of innocence in the freaking terminal?
No. I mean, like, aside from the campaign, I don't know what they're... Spec Ops. I loved playing Spec Ops. For a couple of them, I was not good enough to do, but I still loved playing Spec Ops.
Like the freaking 20 juggernauts on the freaking oil. Yeah, no, I remember.
Or, going through freaking, like, Gulag.
No, the worst was the 20 jugs.
On the oil rig.
Yeah.
Dude, that one was rough.
Oh, frick, don't remind me of the favela. No.
Oh, dude. I loved playing the Spec Ops.
Some of those were so freaking unfair.
They were, and I loved it. It was, I think, one of the...
Or, coincidentally, the mission where one of you's on Overwatch and the other one's freaking sneaking
Big Brother.
through the forest. Yes. That one sucks. Because I was always in the AC-130 and whoever I was playing with was always freaking inept.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm gonna run across this field now. Don't do that!
That's probably me.
Oh, I played with other people, too. They all did the same freaking thing.
Yeah. Try playing it down.
I'd probably rather not.
There was also... I think Big Brother might be the one where you're in the suburban streets, so I think I was wrong there.
Okay. In the helicopter.
In the helicopter, yeah.
That one's somehow better?
Not much.
Not much.
But anyways, I could talk about the Spec Ops a lot. Halo Reach. As much as I love CE, I think I played Halo Reach more.
It's peak Halo. I mean, I think everyone agrees that Reach is actually the peak.
Reach is absolutely goated.
Mm-hmm.
June shouldn't have survived.
No, he shouldn't have.
I absolutely love that Cat got pranked.
Cat did get pranked right through the back of the head.
Cat got pranked. I found Carter's death kind of sad.
I
Dude.
still vibe with Emil. Frick you.
Okay, Edgelord.
I loved
Everyone loves
George was the best character.
Dude, everyone wanted Emil's helmet, though. Are you kidding?
Everyone wanted Emil's helmet, but George was your friend.
George was actually just a G.
George was fine.
Yeah, and I mean, the multiplayer, like, not to downside any of it. Campaign was perfect. Multiplayer was freaking perfect.
It was perfect.
I loved it all. It was perfect.
Yeah. They somehow managed to
cool.
perfect perfection. It was very, very good.
What was
there was not a bad game mode.
Was it Boardwalk? Is that the open, like, white map? I don't know, but I played that map all the time. No matter what mode, I loved
Oh, I know
what I
you're
believe is
talking
Boardwalk. You do?
Yeah, I don't remember what it's called.
It's pretty much just like a little uphill slope with at the bottom there's one little building, one little room.
Yeah.
I love that map, and I love that game. I wish it came back. Like the amount of people that played it.
Crazy, you know. We consider Halo Reach to be peak, and that was the last game that Bungie was a part of for Halo. And then they decided, hey, let's take our skills and let's go to freaking Destiny.
Destiny is a good game.
The gunplay, phenomenal. The game,
The abilities and guns in Destiny are so cool.
it's just such a freaking...
It's literally a JRPG, but better.
It's not, though.
It is.
Not.
It is.
It's just another freaking looter shooter, except there's no real payoff other than just play more game, torture more. Torture yourself more.
So, when you play a game that's not a storyline, what's the payoff?
There isn't. Why do you think I have such a hard time with open world games? I get overpowered and then I don't care to keep going.
Except for in Destiny, you can't be overpowered.
I know.
And that's why you don't like it, because you're not strong.
No, because you're min-maxing, and once you've actually min-maxed to completion, that is max. What more are you gonna do?
There's literally never a max, because every season changes everything.
It's just Diablo.
I was about to say
It's just Diablo.
How is it anything like Diablo?
Because every season changes everything, and then you build up your character and you make them amazing and you make them OP, and then you're like, I'm not having fun anymore.
Dude, there's never a time where I'm not having fun playing Destiny. It's got dungeons, it's got puzzles, it's got boss fights.
Why do you say puzzles like that's a good thing? I have always
You played
considered
Persona
puzzles
5 4 times. Shut the fuck up.
Puzzles suck. Puzzles suck. Just get me into the gameplay.
The entire time you're doing a puzzle, you're being attacked the entire time. If I ran you guys through one of the actual good dungeons, you would probably enjoy it.
I hate how many hours we sank into that one freaking dungeon.
That was because... I'm not gonna... No. Anyways, Hades.
Hades nuts.
I bought Hades knowing nothing about it. Literally nothing. I saw the back of the case and was like, that looks new. That looks interesting. I'll give it a shot.
Game of the year.
Yeah. Surprise.
Nominated.
Did not win.
Yeah, I saw the back. It looked different from pretty much anything else I'd seen so far. And we hadn't had the Switch for too terribly long. So
same
I bought
year
it.
as God of War and what else?
Something. So I bought it and I was hoping it was gonna pay out because I freaking like I am now. I'm broke. And I played it and was cautious. I didn't know what to think because it was hard and I sucked at it. But as I went on, realizing it was just something you get better at and you literally unlock better abilities as you play and fail the game, it definitely grew to be my absolute favorite roguelike. There's probably no question about it. Which makes no sense, but I just love all the options that you get.
They came pretty close, not to putting Hades, but to putting a roguelite of my own on my list. I didn't feel like any of them I could justify over anything that I put, but I definitely understand the draw, and there's a lot of roguelites out there that I play a lot of.
Yes.
Because I think I got you into them a little bit and you got me like actually into them.
I had to put a roguelike in here because I'm obsessed with roguelikes. I love roguelike. If you tell me about a new roguelike, I'm going to try it. I loved Vampire Survivors before we absolutely freaking broke the game.
Yeah.
Those kinds of roguelikes, they're good to start. They die out really quickly. Really quickly. Because then you literally can't be killed, and then it's like, what's the point anymore?
Yeah.
But Hades is a different kind of roguelike in the fact that it's leveling. It's, you got to go through levels. It's not just like an infinite wave with a countdown. Yeah, and I think that they made the game hard enough to where it's not going to get boring, and that there's so many different ways you can take on the game.
I mean,
with how
people still
difficult
play
it
it
is.
all the time, still to this day, and it's years old at this point.
Well, there's so many gods that give you so many different. Each god has, I don't know how many options they have, but they have a lot of different options for each and every god. That there's just so many infinite amount of ways you can play the game. That's definitely why it's on my list.
Epic. Now, if you had to choose a favorite and least favorite.
And least favorite. Well.
I thought he just got the favorite and we did the most and least agreeable.
Yeah, we can do that too. What's your favorite?
Probably I'm. It's probably Dark Souls 3. I live and die a freaking Soulsborne player. It is a large part of my gaming life.
That's fair. Tyler, what's your opinion on this? Cool.
Like,
Anyways.
what the I part of me wants to say Reach, but for some reason I can only hear Dragon Slayer armor going through my head right now. So,
Dude,
kind of hard for me to deny Dark Souls 3 at that point.
Dragon Slayer armor went so freaking hard.
It did.
And least favorite.
And least favorite?
Yeah. Doesn't mean you don't like it, but just least favorite. I know Dakota's least favorite already.
Probably
Do you?
Titanfall.
Well, I'm gonna assume.
My favorite is honestly probably going to be, from this list, it's probably Reach. I would
And
say.
least favorite.
My least favorite, legitimately out of this list, might be Tomb Raider because I had never had fun playing Tomb Raider.
Oh, okay.
At least with Siege, I at one point had fun with it.
Yeah.
Fair
and
enough.
then uninstalled it from everything I own.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, not every
And
game
then
is for
reinstalled
everyone,
it,
which is
And then
completely
broke
honest.
another controller and uninstalled it.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Uh,
that was a pretty good list, though. Pretty good.
Thanks.
Uh,
it's Dakota's turn.
well, hold on.
Spin that wheel.
Spin that wheel.
I hate the fact that they allow for just a singular picking option. Why? Remove.
Looks like it's my turn.
Remove. Do it.
Looks like it's my turn.
Remove the option.
No.
Strike it from the record.
No.
You suck.
How do I explain this list?
How did we all put a different Halo?
Because Halo 3 ODST is the best.
It's not.
It's so good.
I'm also surprised that you both picked Dark Souls 3.
It's the first one I beat.
Yeah.
That goes for both of you.
It's absolute. You gave me that for Christmas as a joke.
Gag gift, yeah.
I freaking loved it and hated it.
Yeah, it was amazing.
So obviously, starting off here, we got Dark Souls 3. Easily best of the Dark Souls trilogy. I feel like that's no contest.
One's good, but
It's not the best.
Three
is the
got
best.
the upgrade from the Bloodborne engine, yeah.
First Souls game I ever beat. I think I've no-hit it 18 times. I've never actually died playing Dark Souls 3. Let me think here. I remember the first time I had to, I remember the first time that I had to fight Dancer, and I cried. Because I killed the old lady. And then I figured that was just the next boss, so I didn't leave until I beat it, and it took me like 2 days.
You and me both, bro. I don't think I don't.
It took
Does
me a
anyone-
long time to beat Dancer.
Does anyone ever actually beat Dancer when they're supposed to?
If they're playing the game wrong,
Yeah, see,
don't- I don't think anyone ever like goes through all the way till where it dead ends and then goes back and then fights. No one does that.
No.
Unless you need an item.
No one does that.
I've never played a playthrough of Dark Souls 3 without beating Dancer before I needed to, or before I should have.
Let's see. We go, tutorial boss. Then you have, oh, that's right. We got Vort, and then immediately Dancer.
No, the first time I didn't even fight Vort first. I didn't know he existed. So I was like, well, there's a health bar. I have to make it 0. And yeah, it took me a long time.
Dancer is a prominent memory in every Dark Souls 3 player.
Absolutely. And then we have Hollow Knight. Quite literally one of the best games ever created. I have beaten Hollow Knight I think like 26 times. And neither of the other two have played it, which is an absolute shame.
Not true.
No, neither of the other two have beat it.
There you
That
go.
is true.
Which is an absolute shame.
I just kind of got bored.
A year
I was
ago?
playing other things.
The only reason I stopped is because I was moving.
It wasn't bad. I enjoyed my time with it, but I was doing other things.
It's amazing, and anyone that gets the chance to play it should. Because the storyline, goated. The combat, goated. The art style is amazing. It's just an amazing game.
I do like how well they did it as a side scroller.
Yeah,
it's a fluid game.
It's great. Getting your upgrades and stuff, so it feels like you're always making progression.
Mm-hmm.
It's still difficult. It's not easy by any means.
No.
But yeah, that's literally one of my favorite games of all time. And then we have Mario Super Sluggers.
Truly one of the games of all time.
It is legitimately the greatest game that ever came out for the Wii. It is easily the best Mario game ever made. And I played that game for hours on end. And I did the campaign a lot. And I 100%ed the campaign, which took a lot of time to unlock all of the characters. And then you get to play baseball with Mario? I never picked Mario for my team, but...
He's basic.
Yeah.
Luigi's where that. And even better, Waluigi.
You guys... Dakota might not know who I always go with, but I guarantee Ethan remembers. Even though she's probably not in that game.
Rosalina?
She?
Yeah.
She is.
Is she?
Mm-hmm.
I thought a Shy Guy.
Why would you think Shy Guy?
No, that's who.
Shy Guy.
That's who I always pick. I always pick White Shy Guy.
Rosalina. White Shy Guy?
Yeah.
Why?
Look at him.
I always pick freaking Waluigi.
For that game, I always picked Funky Kong. Because he had a surfboard and was cool.
Of course.
I always almost only picked like people who were good at batting. So when I wasn't up to bat, my team was pretty much terrible. But I have a lot of good memories for that game. Playing it with my cousins and stuff. We would do that every summer.
Yeah.
Myst? Do either of you know anything about Myst?
I know Myst. Why?
The blue pages.
I was like, you guys were giving me crap for putting old stuff on there.
The red pages. Myst is it's not fun.
No.
It's just something
It's already a
about
relic.
something about the puzzles that they put in that game are just like when you finally do it without a walkthrough or something, you feel so good. Because it's literally almost impossible to figure out.
Yeah.
Unless you know how to read star charts and shit, it's almost impossible.
So dumb.
But I sunk a lot of hours into Myst,
I did not.
trying to get all 4 endings.
I think I sunk like freaking 20 minutes and then was like, yeah, no, I'm done.
Did you get to the blue pages?
The blue page.
Dude, I couldn't
The
take
red
a hard minute into
pages.
that freaking game. Not very. I was
That-
like, oh, this is boring. This is really boring.
It is, but it's also like strangely eerie, and it makes you feel very uncomfortable for some reason.
Yeah, what if something just kind of like pops up out of nowhere as you're going around the corner?
Yeah, exactly.
Such a dumb game.
It's so good. I would not recommend trying to play that.
No.
Just gonna keep it 100. But then we got Halo 3 ODST.
Bold.
You say old?
I said bold.
Bold.
Out of any, I will give you one thing, one prop to Halo 3 ODST. It by far has the best atmosphere of any Halo game.
Oh, absolutely. You're not even a Spartan.
No,
Yeah.
just a dude.
You're just
I think
like...
he eventually- he kind of becomes one, not in the game, but later.
Yeah.
In games we don't like to talk about.
Halo 5.
Like that.
Halo 5
Yeah.
sucked.
It did.
It's terrible.
Buck was the only good part of that game.
Buck.
Yeah. Buck's in Halo 3 ODST.
I know.
The-
I don't know, there's just something about Halo 3 that's just hits different. There's just something about the atmosphere, the fact that you are not just a Spartan killing machine and you're fighting brutes. Just
Spartan killer. I mean, Spartan killing
Not
machines.
technically wrong. Yeah.
like brutes are legitimately one of the most terrifying thing in
Yeah.
the Halo universe. Other than like literally the Flood.
Yeah. I think it's cool how the game is definitely harder than most.
Oh yeah.
And I think that's a cool thing because it should be harder considering you're not a Spartan.
Yeah.
You are not the
You're
not the guy.
You're not that guy.
No.
You're not that guy.
I mean, even the storyline of it, I enjoyed. A lot of it is really random stuff that you never hear anything about again in a Halo game. Until, like, Halo 5. But,
And even then, it's not much.
no.
No.
But, it's just always been fun to just go back to and play that game.
Yeah.
And then we have the PlayStation 2 Lego Batman. Legitimately one of the greatest games ever created.
Lego Batman is a vibe.
I did not care for it.
Oh, I loved Lego Batman.
I played a lot of hours of Lego Batman before and after school every day.
Yeah.
My parents, my dad gave me his PlayStation 2 for my birthday one year, and then they got me Lego Batman, and I literally played it, and I was like, this is my personality now. I'm the video game boy. And, I remember my parents would ask me if I wanted to play it, because they would play it with me, and I would just be like, fuck yeah. I want to play Lego Batman. I 100%ed that game too. I remember every level of that game vividly. Mr. Freeze at the ice cream factory where you have to freeze the tubs and then you can walk across them. Poison Ivy's greenhouse was pretty sick.
Mm-hmm.
There's just a lot to that game that was amazing.
I know I played a good bit of Lego Batman, and I vividly remember the case that I got, because it was a double-sided case with 2 games in it. It was one half was Lego Batman, the other side was Pure, the freaking like ATV racing game. I played both of those pretty equally. I loved both of them.
Oh yeah.
But Lego Batman was so much fun.
Lego Batman, the first level was you fought Clayface. It was so good. I legitimately remember every part of that game. I could recite it canonically. And then going down the list, we have another PlayStation 2 game, Resident Evil 4. I think it was the first rated M game I ever played. My dad gave it to me and was like, "Don't tell your mom." And I was like, "Hell yeah." And then I beat it like 7 times. Which, that game, PS2 version, absolutely goated. Don't ask, like, okay, I played the remaster. Ashley's so much more annoying in the remastered. It's bad.
I don't know if I'd say worse.
Oh, it's worse.
She was really, really rough in the original.
Oh, it's worse, though. Because because
you have to play as her for one mission?
I mean, yeah.
That mission was too long.
That mission felt like it took, like, legitimate years off my life. Walking around with a fucking hand lantern.
Yeah.
Just like, what am I doing? No, but Resi 4 was a very good game. One of my favorites. The Force Unleashed 2, easy. I mean, I played that game way too much. I thought it was cool how you could cut stormtroopers' limbs off and stuff in a Star Wars game. And you could do some really brutal stuff. At some point, you pull down a Star Destroyer.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, for the second time, because in the first one, you also do that. And then there was a DLC for it that was cool. You got to kill Obi-Wan Kenobi and Chewbacca and Han Solo and Luke Skywalker and Darth Vader. And then they made Starkiller now not canon. And that made me really sad.
Yeah.
Because he was easily the coolest character in a Star Wars game.
Yeah. I always saw, like, I don't know, commercials for Force Unleashed and all these, like, clips just randomly throughout my childhood. And I always wanted to play the game. I was like, that looks so cool. I want to play that. I never got to.
We have to do a playthrough of that.
I never got to play Force Unleashed.
Because that is easily one of the games I immediately thought of. And then we have Pokemon X and Y. First Pokemon game I played.
Was it really?
Yeah.
So, I played Red. Not when it came out.
When it came out.
Not when it came out. I was still very young though. And I didn't own a Game Boy, so I couldn't play it on my own. I had to borrow it from a friend, like their whole setup, and just play it for half an hour, and then it's like, all right, it's yours. It's still yours. You can have it back. It's okay. I just wanted to play. I won't catch up Pokemon. So years later, I was like, I have money. I can just buy a DS and a Pokemon game, and I can just play one. So I actually freaking got a 3DS and picked up Pokemon X from a pawn shop.
I remember.
And that was my return to the Pokemon stage. And it was freaking awesome.
Pokemon X and Y is just amazing.
It was very good.
There's literally not a bad part of that game.
No. Pretty sure that game is where I like really grew to love what is it? Aegislash and Golisopod.
Yeah.
Those two are so freaking strong.
Oh, no disrespect to any Pokemon players, and I know you two. Pokemon's a big part of you guys' life, gaming life.
It's really not, but whatever.
You play Pokemon a lot.
Yeah, it's a fun time. It's not hard by any means, but it is. They are enjoyable games.
I can't. It's not my type of game at all, and I don't mean that in any mean way.
I pretty much have to play with randomizers now.
You'd probably get to the third gym and not be able to figure out the puzzle. Because the puzzle for the third gym legitimately is so confusing.
Is it?
Yes. You're walking on a web that has water orbs on it, and you have to collect all the water orbs like 6 times, but the web is disconnected in places, so you have to do backtracking. It is confusing.
I remember that. I just remember being annoyed. It's like, I just want to get the badge and move on. I want to catch better Pokemon.
And then you have to go back through the puzzle to get out of the gym.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Everyone knows the worst part of Pokemon games are not catching Pokemon.
Pretty much.
Anytime it's not new Pokemon, it's like, story fictus. Oh, look, it's Team Blank. Insert rocket, whatever the frick you want here. I don't care. Oh, they're going after the legendary. Oh, wow.
Did you guys see the the Pokemon fan game, Pokemon Uranium?
No.
I have not.
It is insane. Like, the entire premise of it is, okay, it's a Pokemon game, but there's a nuclear meltdown happening on the island, so all of the Pokemon are getting irradiated and going to kill you. It's pretty epic. I want to play it. And it's completely new Pokemon. There's not a single Pokemon that is the same as a regular Pokemon game.
Interesting.
Unless it's a recolored Gyarados to be green and black. But I guess X and Y is also kind of what got me into watching Nuzlocke and stuff too. Because I remembered playing that game, so I was like, I wonder if people still play these games, and then I found a bunch of YouTube channels I still watch. But, yeah.
If you had to give one your favorite.
Hollow Knight.
Which one it is. Yep.
Yeah.
Easy.
Well, we still got to follow the order of things, but...
Yeah, I wish it was more of a question, but there's literally not a game that compares to Hollow Knight for me.
Yeah, that makes sense. Tyler? Alright, I'll go. My favorite's gonna be Dark Souls 3. And I can't judge Myst or Super Slugger. I can't. I haven't played it. I'm not gonna put it there. I haven't played Myst, Unleashed, or Super Sluggers. My least favorite's gonna be Pokemon.
Wild.
Wow.
I don't want to pick Dark Souls 3. Because I already picked that for Ethan's list.
What do you think I did?
I know.
It's a cop-out.
It feels a little, yeah.
I'm not trying. I don't like any of these games more than Dark Souls 3. It's fact.
That's fair.
I'll say my second favorite. Because I feel like that's fair. Obviously, it's gonna be Dark Souls 3 is the first favorite. It is what it is. We're all stupid
bet.
like that. Second favorite. Weirdly enough, I almost feel like it's gonna be Resident Evil 4.
Mine's gonna be Lego Batman.
Least favorite though is not a question. It's Picking Mist.
Oh yeah, that's my least favorite too.
It's I don't even think the developers enjoyed making that. Like, there's just
they didn't know they were making it. They were literally like, they were somehow on a game development engine, and they were just like, so this is going to be our test server for the game we're actually making. And then they legitimately made it into a game. And we're like, I guess people can have this if they want. We're not going to make it... We're not going to give you any hints into what you're supposed to do.
No.
After finding the red and blue pages, go to the solarium, where you'll have to read the constellations to get the date that they usually appear in the sky. From there, you'll have to go to the well where there's a stone boat. Enter the codes there. Go back to the solarium. It should be changed now to where there's different constellations. Figure out how they go in order. It's like, what the fuck am I supposed to do?
You're supposed to hit the funny little exit, quit, uninstall, break the disc.
Now, I've beat that game 3 times. I still haven't figured out how to get the last ending.
Yes.
There's 4 endings, and I've gotten the red pages, the blue pages, the neutral, and then there's one more that I don't even know if the developers know how you're supposed to do it. But yeah, overall, I think we all had pretty good lists.
Yeah, I'd say so.
They each represent us very well. I support indie developers, and Ethan likes Call of Duty.
How is that what you got out of me?
You just like shooters. That's about all I took away from it.
Yeah, that's fair. I do like shooters. I don't know. I didn't want to flood my freaking list with Souls-like. I wanted to have a variety of things, or different, like, games. I guess a lot of them fall into the shooter, but
yeah, but I mean, if they're legitimately your favorite games, there's no reason for them not to be on the list.
Yeah, that's fair. It's like I thought about putting both Dark Souls and Bloodborne, because those two I constantly jump back and forth to.
Yeah.
Oh, Elden Ring love. I'm surprised.
I love Elden Ring. It doesn't beat those two.
I was going to, but then I was like, I'll wait for the DLC to come out and see if it shines a light to Dark Souls 3's DLC.
You know, I'm really surprised now that I'm thinking about it. Did we give Ethan the same criteria of, like, anime, manga for the waifu tier list?
I mean...
no, but I just kind of...
I just said don't do video game characters.
Oh, okay. That explains a bit. I was like, I'm kind of surprised that we didn't hear about Ron. I think I was the one that was the most Ronnie.
Oh, yes. I remember how this came to be. I was looking up the Fire Maiden. Firelink Shrine. Found out that's not a thing you should look up. And then I thought about Ronnie, and then it reminded Dakota that that's why we came to the conclusion of no games.
I would have had a lot to say.
She's got 4 hands.
I don't know. I also said
she'll need them.
Guinevere. Because dang.
No.
Is that big lady?
Mm-hmm.
That's big lady. That's
Okay.
big lady.
She's fake.
I know.
She ain't real.
I know.
Which one's Gwendolyn? Is that the one that you fight?
Gwendolyn's the boss.
Okay.
That's the secret boss that you go down
Yeah.
the hallway and it's BS. That boss fight's stupid.
And then you have Gwen, and then you have the Nameless King. What a family.
I know, right? Like
I love Soulsborne lore.
Soulsborne lore is so cool.
I am actually surprised on one thing. No one mentioned Sekiro.
Why would we?
What do you mean?
That
why
game
would we?
is legitimately my least favorite out of Souls likes.
I liked it.
I would rather play Dark Souls 2.
It took no.
Yes.
No.
There are fights in Sekiro that I will not ever do again.
I won't do the Demon of Hatred again. I won't. But everything else, I love that game.
I liked it. Definitely not enough to be on the list.
Not even like an honorable mention. I'm surprised.
No. If I had
I
honorable mentions, it would be what are we considering when we're thinking about honorable mentions?
I put
don't
Dark
know.
Souls 1
I
on
would
there.
say just like adjacent to things we already put.
Like I said, Dark Souls 1. Probably Elden Ring.
I'd probably put Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games.
Dude! Yes!
That would probably be a
Oh
runner-up.
my gosh, Mario and Sonic Olympic game. I love that game.
See, an honorable mention for me would be Need for Speed Underground 2.
That's a good game.
It's a good game. Probably
That's
Last
probably-
Remnant,
Yeah.
which was a terrible game, but I sunk so many freaking hours into it. Objectively, it is a bad game for a very similar reason as to why 8 is not a great game.
I would probably
Level
put
scaling matters in a
Resident Evil
long-running
8.
JRPG. What?
I'd probably put Resident Evil 8. Honestly.
Village was so much fun.
I wish I was more into Resident Evil than I am. The only one.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I don't think Dakota or I believe that Resident Evil is an overall good franchise.
No, it's just
it has
fun.
Some bangers. It has some bangers.
I don't understand how Dallin plays Resident Evil 7.
I don't.
That
I
game
don't
was
love
not
7.
good.
People love it, and I'm glad that it's around because it did bring it breathed life back into the franchise.
Yeah, for sure.
But honestly, like Resident Evil 2 remake, Resident Evil 4 and the remake, Resident Evil 8. Honestly, 5 was a banger because you got to play it co-op and it was actually enjoyable. 6 was trash.
The only Resident Evil games that hooked me into finishing them was Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 5.
See, they put Resident Evil 2 on Game Pass.
Did they?
Did they?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. It's impressive.
Yeah, I was never expecting that to happen.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to think of what else would be a close runner-up for me. Star Wars Battlefront 2 for the PlayStation 2. That game was fire.
I considered Mario Party, but
that just makes you hate each other.
Yeah, honestly, there's very few games that can do that quite so well. Monopoly.
I was considering Mario Kart for the Wii to go on there because the Wii.
The thing is, I'm not a Nintendo person.
I'm not either.
I'm really not.
No. I can't think of games that would be.
I was really considering putting Darkest Dungeon on there.
Yeah.
But like I was saying, I felt like it wouldn't be fair because I don't think it's in the top 9.
Yeah.
I am fairly obsessed with that franchise at the moment.
Well, I thought about the games I was talking to you, Tyler, about the only games I've really put at a 10 out of 10 recently.
Yeah.
But I feel like I haven't had them long enough to justify giving them so high of a rank.
I feel like Baldur's Gate 3 is that's fine.
I've loved Baldur's Gate 3 for how much I've played it, and I've loved Ready or Not, but I haven't played them and had them long enough for me to justify it.
Yeah.
So.
I have
Yep.
put a lot of time into Baldur's Gate 3 and gotten
The Tron game for the Xbox
Tron
360. I legitimately loved that game.
Oh, that sounds so familiar.
1 second. Actually, I'm not going to do that. I'll put up a picture of it on screen now.
No, he's not.
And we're back.
Oh, Mercenaries.
No, I don't like Mercenaries.
I didn't say it's something I'd go to now. When it came out, Mercenaries was a freaking blast.
Army of Two.
I liked Army of Two whenever
I
someone would
beat
play
Army
with me.
of Two so many times, and it's not a good game by any means.
I liked it when someone would play with me.
Remember when we tried to play and it just would not work?
Okay, here's the question though. When you're saying that it just would not work, are you talking about Army of Two, or are you talking about the 40th day?
No, Army of Two.
Yeah, I think we tried Army of Two.
It legitimately would not work because every time we tried to sign in with 2 accounts, it would say that one of the accounts is invalid.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was like,
It
I
was
never had
wild.
problems with Army of Two. I almost had nothing but problems with Army of Two the 40th day.
I loved it, but I never had someone to play with me.
Dude, getting your guns all gold was freaking so pointless, but so satisfying.
Of course.
Yeah, but overall, our lists are complete. Let us know in the comments section who you think has the best list, who has the worst list. Tyler. Anyways.
Why would I have the worst? I'm pretty sure my list has. It's probably the highest overall rating.
Because I picked on
out of
Ethan
all
last
ours.
time.
Thank you.
Fair enough.
So let us know in the comments what your games would be.
Evergreen.
Fucking evergreen. Imagine. Anyways, guys,
Thank you.
I hope
Tyler
you.
had darkness. Tyler had darkness. You're really gonna give me that?
And he had Rim. There was a weak one in all of ours.
Fake kindness. Go kill yourself, Tyler.
Anyways,
Is that how we're gonna end all of our episodes?
guys, make sure to like and subscribe. Share this with a loved one. If you like video games, then leave a comment on what your favorite video games are. We'll be back next week with another 3x3.
Another
See ya.
absolute banger. Bye bye.
Bye bye.